Good morning. So I just wanted to tell you something. Probably a few months ago, I decided that because my friend Eileen is going to be over on the coast in Bandon for August and September camping, I wanted to also go over to the coast and spend time with her off and on, like even if it's not like super close to her, just like even an hour away or something like that, where we could connect up and go explore and shopping and hang out on the beach and stuff for the month of August or September. Anyway, so I did a thing that I generally never do, haven't done it before. I made a crystal grid of intention, and I used all of these special stones that had to do with like water and the coast, and I put a piece of driftwood on there, and so I did this. It was fun, this cool grid. Anyway, so then I put a post-it note underneath it that said that I have an adorable rental on the coast for a month or two. I'm thinking more like a month. I probably should at least try a month the first time I do it and see how long I last. I remember one time I was going to go camping by myself and I was going to be like gone 3 days. Well, the next morning I was ready to go home because I did not. Back then I didn't like to be by myself. I was in my 20s and I couldn't do anything by myself, man. I had to have people all surrounding me. Anyway, so I'm not like that anymore. I like being by myself, but not all the time. So anyway, we'll see. All right. So underneath, I put the post-it note and I said, I have an adorable coastal rental on the Oregon coast, close to Bandon, for under $800 a month. And then I just set it off in the corner and let it do its magic. And then I went about my business. So then, that was, like I said, a few months ago. Well, I did also back then set up an account on roomies.com. That's a place where you can connect with people that have a room for rent or a little vacation rental or whatever. So for temporary. So I went on there and put my little profile and said what I was doing. And then I did get a couple of, hits, but it wasn't anything that was necessary back then, so I said, okay, we'll check back in, in July probably. Anyway, so, as time's gone on, it's like, yeah, well, I'm kind of the mind that everything good that's happened to me in my life has always just dropped in my lap. So I no longer feel the need or requirement to effort for anything. So I don't think about it, and I'm not really looking. I'm not actively at all really looking. I've thrown it out there, maybe tell a few people or whatever, just in case there's some kind of connection that way. 6 degrees of separation and all that. Anyway, so then today, so today is July 28th. And so if I was going to do it, it'd be like next, few days. So I just, I'm not discouraged. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. If I find a place, cool. If I don't, that's fine too. I love my house. It's hard to get out of here sometimes because I love it so much. Plus, I'm always doing projects or having projects done on it. So, I'm reluctant to leave. But it's also probably really good for me. And I really should have more adventure in my life. Anyway, so today I get up and I check my email and there's a message from a person in Brookings, which is hour and a half away from Bandon, I guess. And they said, yeah, they showed a picture and it was just a bedroom, with a real comfy looking bedroom and maybe a patio. And they said, yeah, we're going to be open. We'll have an opening for this room August and September, and maybe we'll just charge you. And it was $900 a month. Maybe we'll just charge you less because you're only going to be here for a short time. Give us a call. Here's our number. They do take dogs, so I don't know if they take cats. Anyway, so I have questions. I'm getting ready to call them and see what the answers are to those questions, and then we'll see. I might be going to the coast for a month. And I figure I got a bunch of stuff to do next week, so I figure if I go the second week of August and stay till the middle of September or whatever we end up working out, then that way it'll give me a nice month away, and I'll get to hang out with Eileen for that month off and on. And plus I have friends over there that have a beach house, and so they go over there quite often, so I'll be able to meet up with them on occasion and meet new friends and do new things and see what the heck happens. Anyway, that's it. And then, so this is part one apparently, and then part two will come after I've made a decision and I've talked to them and I've figured out my shit. So I'll get back to you. All right, good talking to you. All right, bye.